In this video, we're going to be looking at mitosis and the cell cycle. So the cell cycle is the general pattern of what happens in a cell, represented by this full circle here. Now, as you can see, the majority of the time in a cell, DNA is being grown and replicated. And this is generally what's happening in most organism cells. But then a small part of it, in red here, is mitosis. And mitosis is the division of cells, the asexual division of cells. Now, when a cell is dividing, it's important to know what's actually dividing. And what's dividing is DNA. So DNA in most eukaryotes is found in chromosomes. Each human cell contains 46 chromosomes, that's 23 pairs, and here's the general structure of a chromosome. It's an X-like structure with two arms on either side, and these little markings in here are strands of DNA. Now, mitosis, like I said, is the asexual division of cells, and it starts at prophase, then goes to metaphase, anaphase, and then telophase. That's PMAT. But before mitosis begins, so that giant white section of the circle here, that is what we call interphase. And this is where DNA is replicating. And so when the DNA replicates, each chromosome, so each one of these arms, duplicates on the other side and creates an identical copy of itself. So at the beginning of mitosis, we have prophase. And prophase is when chromosomes condense and become visible, if you were looking at them through a light microscope. So each of the chromosomes become a lot denser and viewable to the human eye. And then we come to metaphase, and this is where the chromosomes start to line up in the middle of the cell. So each one of the pairs of chromosomes lines up in the middle, and some spindle fibers on each of the poles of the cell form, and these attach to each arm of the chromosomes. And then in anaphase, these spindle fibers retract, which pulls each arm of the chromosomes back to each pole of the cell. They pull in opposite directions, and when they do that, the cytoplasm begins to split apart. That's called cytokinesis. And when this starts, we enter the last phase, which is telophase. And this is where the cytoplasm is finished splitting and two separate daughter cells are formed. And it's important to note, in mitosis, these daughter cells are identical to one another, as you can see by the chromosomes being identical here. That is very important to note.